Well, welcome back, and it's day 11 of 12 days of Christmas crafts for kiddos. And today we're going to make a snow scene. These are fun, easy, and even the smallest wee one can make this. Here's our supply list for today. 1 white background piece, construction paper in as many colors as you would like, glitter glue, regular white glue, and holiday stickers. You might have noticed that there were no scissors in our supply list, and that's because everything in our scene is going to get ripped. So I'm first going to start ripping the sky. And so I want some dark blues and some light blues. And I'm just going to start setting those onto my background. I want everything to be a rough edge, so anything that was on the edge, I'm going to rip. I don't want too much dark, so I'm only going to do 3 strips of the dark blue. Now that one's not thick enough. There. Now, this edge, we don't want. So we have to take it and we have to rip it. And then we'll take the blue sheet and we're going to rip some too. Now I have 7 pieces. I always like to work in odd numbers. And we're just going to use a little bit of white glue to start gluing each piece down. Now I see that I missed this. See, this is a straight edge. We can't have that. But only use a little bit of glue. You don't want it to become wrinkly. And by using a little bit, it will stop that. And it's kind of fun to overlap some of the pieces. See how I'm just putting just little bits of glue. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to overlap some of that little piece of dark blue. See how it starts to come together? I always like to work from what's farthest back to what's closest. So we have the sky, and I'm going to add a sun in there. So I'm just going to first rip a square. And this is really fun because no matter what age, they can rip the paper. It's great for motor skills. And I can decide, do I want the sun over here? Maybe I want it coming out of the cloud a little bit. See, that's interesting. Do I want it all the way over here? Any place you want to put that sun is okay. If it's a little lopsided, you just take your fingers and you're going to adjust that. Maybe I want it over here. I think I'm going to put it right there. You'll find that the paper rips easier in different directions. Like on my construction paper, it's much easier to rip it this way than for me to try to rip it this way. It doesn't do what I want it to always. And you may need 2 or 3 pieces so that you can go along your horizon line. And then we're going to glue that down too. This is a snow scene, so we have to add some snow onto our mountains too. We don't want it to not keep with our theme. So we can just rip some white pieces of paper and we can just decide where we want to put those. And we'll glue those on. Because this is a snow scene, this part down here I'm not going to put any color in yet. The next thing I'm going to do is add a focal point, and I'm going to add a tree that we can put snow and ornaments on. So I'm just finishing my tree up, and I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to glue that down. So I'm just putting my glue on. and we can put down our last of our 3 trees. I think we can give enough effect of snow as we go with our glitter glue. So let's add some glitter. I want to make some bulbs on our tree. So I'm just going to do some dots. So I have red, green, and blue. And I think I can use the blue to make those birds. I'm going to add some gold for some garland. And you can do straight lines, you can do curved lines, whatever you'd like to do. I'm stopping in between the ornaments. I'm not going over top of them. Now you can put as much garland on there as you'd like to. I think I'm going to put a little star up on the tree too. Remember that because we're using construction paper, it may look a little wet around where we do the glitter glue, but that will dry. I'm going to use the clear glitter glue to go along the bottom of the trees. I'm going to make that a little bit uneven so that it will give me the look of snow underneath the trees, because it'll just be sparkly when it dries. And you can use this on snow on your trees also. And I'm going to add as if there's some snow along here, maybe along the edge and up on our snow on our mountains. Then we can use our fun stickers. So depending on what stickers that you have for this project, because that was part of our supply list, we can do however we want. And these are extremely cute. And I've already used these ones in different projects. So I'm going to use these ones. And I'm just going to peel them off. Now fun things like this, I think can add to the tree, so that it looks like it's more festive. But ones like this look like snowfall to me. So we could put them in the sky, because there's several of them. As if maybe snowflakes were starting to fall down. But use as many or as few as you want. I just think they're beautiful looking. Put that there. And then any of these fun little guys you want to use, add them too. They'll just stick any place you want them to. I think I'm going to use 3 of them. I'll put them as if they're by the trees. I'm going to go right over top of my glitter glue. Even though it's not dry, it'll eventually dry. But you know, I always like to do things in 3s. So let's use, how about this little guy with the candy cane? Let's put him right down here like he's putting a candy cane on there. I decided to use some of these too. I just love these snowflakes. These little green trees might look interesting though, a couple of them just for in the background. And that will make it look like things go farther back. Okay, there we have it, our Christmas scene. I love making snow scenes. They're fun, they're interesting, and they bring me a lot of joy. And I like the idea that even the littlest ones can just rip these pictures out. They can make trees, they can make sky, they can make a sun. Well, day 11 was another fun project, the snow scene. And it gives you so many possibilities of all the things that you might do by just ripping paper. Now tomorrow is our last day of the 12 days of Christmas crafts for kiddos. And we're making a Christmas t-shirt. So come along, and I hope you make one too.